basic attitude towards the project was to try to take the unique character of Miami Beach, this like walkable, urban, tropical streetscape, and then to sort of bring it to the convention center, so that when you go to the convention center, you're not in some parking lot or in a big empty park. You're actually in an urban condition that is Miami Beach. And you know, its urbanism is unique in the sense of the walkable city fabric, and also its architecture has evolved. You have like the unique Miami Beach Art Deco, which is essentially a variant of modernism that has evolved to respond to the sort of the subtropical climate of Miami Beach. So you have like the shading eyebrows over the windows. You have large canopies, and you have, you know, tropical vegetation that actually creates shade. So you have like this sort of architecture and nature that is uniquely tailored to make this climate inhabitable. The most successful convention center in all of Europe would be in Cannes, with the Cannes beach on one side, the marina on the other side, and the city center on the third side, and the Mediterranean Ocean on the fourth side. So it's really at the heart of the core of the experience of Cannes. And essentially, this is what we're trying to bring to the Miami Beach Convention Center, that when you're in the Miami Beach Convention Center, you are in the middle of Miami Beach with all of the uniqueness of that location. The problem of a convention center is that when it's full, you have thousands of people. When there's no convention open, it'll be almost empty. So how can you create an urban fabric that can actually sort of expand and contract to always fit well? We try to find a way where we could actually create an urban fabric that would be successful and adequate when it's like incredibly full and when it's like almost empty. And in that sense, the idea of the square came up, that by positioning a square that's like actually rotated contrast to the general sort of city fabric, the orthogonality of the city grid, we can actually connect all of the key elements. We can create like a diagonal connection between the two main parks, the Soundscape and the Botanical Gardens and the Holocaust Memorial. We can connect the east-west street grid across the site and the north-south street grid across the site. So all of the main elements, the convention center, the ballrooms, the new museum programs, like little sort of elements of retail, the existing Gleason Theatre, the existing City Hall, all of those elements are actually connected by a single square, so that whereas when you focus and concentrate the public arena, you can actually ensure that this place is always going to be lively. It can still sort of accommodate larger crowds, but when there's fewer people, there's always going to be this natural meeting point right at the heart of the neighborhood. All of the buildings actually follow the city grid, and the square in a way sort of squeezes in and under the buildings that frame it. So all of the buildings create these really large, generous canopies that are not just like a small shade, but the entire building actually creates a really tall, covered outdoor space. Because when you're in Miami, either because of the tropical rain showers and especially because of the sun, where life is under the shade of the trees or under the shades of the architecture. So this square is actually framed by these buildings that lean in and shade it. And then in all of the the architectural detail of the different buildings, the way that the architecture creates shade for the windows, the views, the openings, is part of the fabric and the sort of the beauty of the buildings. So in a way we try to sort of learn from the urban model of Miami Beach and take it one step further and learn from the sort of architectural vernacular of the Miami Beach Art Deco and take it one step further.